Caroline's crying. She's sad now. We all need to feel bad for her. We're getting a lot of mixed signals for Caroline in this episode. Big Brother UK 2025, episode 32. Marcus was in the diary room talking about Caroline and saying that he didn't think it was fair that Caroline stole Cameron's eyeballs that were originally Zila's eyeballs, and it was because he heard that Zila left. And he says it was almost like blood money. Now, I have to be honest with you here, I don't think that Caroline took the eyeballs thinking, oh, I'm going to get Zila's eyeballs, right? Because I just don't think she's that smart. I mean, we've heard her talking about immigration and not knowing the difference between immigrants and illegal immigrants, so, you know, I think he's giving her way too much credit. He also says that he didn't agree with Jenny taking Elsa's balls because she'd already had a phone call from home, but as we know, Jenny doesn't give a fuck. Elsa was getting ready at the dressing table with Caroline, and Caroline was kidding her on, and she was saying, oh, when you're older, you're going to have the big hair and the big lips and the big boobs and all that. And Elsa was like, no, I'm not going to look like that, I'm not going to look like that. And then she's like, why are you talking to me like this? Like, pure freaking out like a child, right? And I'm like, aye, this is obviously the reason why Richard kept on nominating her at the start, because he says 1 minute she'd be quiet and the next minute she'd be screaming and all that. And we haven't really seen a lot of that for her. Now, when Caroline was saying this to Elsa, right, this is obviously the side of Caroline where she thinks, oh, I'm just playing, because that is just having a laugh with somebody and then Elsa just taking it too personally. She was joking like, oh, you're going to be like this when you're older. There's a vast difference between carrying on with somebody like that and constantly going on about the religion. Big Brother called the housemates to the sofa and Caroline's like, oh, I love being called to the sofa. Even when we're in trouble, it's fun. Even when we're in trouble, or even when you're in trouble. Because it's you and your two wee fucking cronies that's always breaking the bastard rules. So when Big Brother says there was a rule break, right, why does Caroline hide? Oh no. Oh, like, grow the fuck up, Caroline. Honest to God, imagine you had a job, right, and you did something wrong in your job and you were called into the office and they were like that, oh, a customer's phoned up or something and complained. You go to sit at the desk and go, oh my God. Oh, are you fucking serious? She absolutely infuriates me. Nancy's obviously feeling awkward, right, because she knew that they'd broke the rules, and when Big Brother was saying what they'd said, she was like, I, Nancy, Sam, Caroline, like saying what Big Brother was going to say. We know that you know, because you were there. But at least Nancy was sitting there, like, actually trying to take accountability for her actions. Big Brother read out the entire conversation, and I thought, oh my God, Jenny's going to flip when she finds out that Nancy says that she couldn't trust her. Especially since Jenny has continued to try and be friends with Nancy and said, oh, I don't think that Nancy's the problem, I think it's Caroline. And, might I add, the other night, Jenny had shared the mozzarella sticks with Nancy. The mozzarella sticks that she stole. Now, while I don't agree with stealing food, right, and hiding food, it's mozzarella sticks. See, if somebody's sharing mozzarella sticks with me, there's a bond there. You don't just give that shit away for free. When Caroline said, are we allowed to talk about who we think will nominate us? And Nancy said, no, I get in trouble with that about Frida. And she says, right, let's just say who doesn't like us. And then when Nancy was saying Jenny, and then she went, oh, I don't think she would though. Like, see when Caroline does things, she puts on a voice, like a fake voice. She knows exactly what she's doing. They got their eyeballs took off them, and I really wish that Cameron had got his gave back to him. Or that they had split them up between the rest of the housemates. Then they get put in the jail for a pathetic fucking like 4 hours, and Caroline had the cheek to be like, oh, my feet are wet. Oh, Big Brother, can we get out of here now? I've had enough. Do you know what, Caroline? We've had enough of you. And when she stood up, right, and she says to Big Brother, we weren't breaking the rules, we were just talking about who didn't like us. And Big Brother went, Caroline, you knew exactly what you were doing. I wish you'd have said, Caroline, you knew exactly what you were doing. Don't answer me back. Do you know what? Get your fucking bags and pack them and get out the back door. If you were in a relationship with somebody and they continued to lie to you like that, you'd be like, get your fucking bags and get the fuck out. She's always talking about how hard her life's been and how she's been through so much, yet she's still clueless. She still thinks that she can speak in the shittest code ever and Big Brother's not going to know what they're talking about. Fannies. When they were in jail, I love Cameron to bits, but I was absolutely raging when he went out and he still gave them snacks and blankets and that through the bars. And he was saying, "Oh, Nancy, I don't not like you. I vote week by week." Right? So Cameron is feeling bad because Nancy said, "Oh, I don't think Cameron likes me." Instead of thinking, that bitch is talking about me. What have I ever done to her? What have I ever done to make her think that I don't like her? He's feeling bad. And I was like, Cameron, just fucking leave them to rot in jail. And of course, when they're in the jail, Caroline is like, "Oh, we were just joking. We weren't being serious. We were just playing." She's an absolute fucking shite bag. She'll sit there and talk about every cunt behind their back, and then when she gets found out, she always reverts back to, "Oh, I was just playing. Oh, I didn't mean it." Like, she's been absolutely ripping the piss out of Richard since day one. And then all of a sudden, when he didn't get evicted, she's saying, "Oh, I better stop being like that with Richard because it's because of me that he's in the house. I'm just playing." What the fuck is wrong with this woman? When Big Brother was telling the housemates what was said in the snug, Sam says, "Oh, Jenny doesn't like Emily, I know that." And Jenny was like, as if, "Oh, I'm so shocked." Right? So Emily went out and asked, "Has Jenny says that she doesn't like me?" And Sam says, "No, she's never actually come out and said that." So she walked away, and then Nancy says, "She has said it, why didn't you tell her?" And he says, "Oh, that's their business." But Nancy could have said, "I have heard her say it." She didn't have to say, "I have heard her saying it" to Sam, but she wanted Sam to come out with this, but she could have. So then later on they did end up telling her, right? But Jenny went into the diary room later and says that she doesn't like her, she thinks she's too loud, and she doesn't like the way she elongates words and stuff. But yet she sat there and went, you know, if that was me, I would say, "Do you know what? I have says that I don't like you, but to be honest, the problem is more with me than with you. It's not that you've actually done anything, it's just that our personalities clash." Do you know what I was just thinking about there? I wish that they had took the house's shopping budget off them, because then people would really be fucking raging. They went into the mini mart and Tasia got her coffee home, and I'm glad that she got it. I think she really deserved it, and plus it's her birthday either the day or the morrow. Tate wanted to buy the stocks for Marcus, and Elsa says, "No, because I'm buying a meal for two." And he says, "Right, okay, like, I'll just go into the stocks so that you can have your meal." I was very surprised that Richard bid on the call from home, because he could use the eyes for something later. He could have all his eyes for that. Tate bought Caroline's picture back for her, and he was doing my fucking nutting in this episode. Like, it was nice of him to buy the picture back for her, but then he's like, "Oh, I'm going to hide it. I'm not going to give it to her right now. I need to tell Elsa this, right?" But then Elsa went and told Caroline when he was in the stocks that he got the picture back for her. Now, apparently she says that she's got a photographic memory and she can watch full movies in her head. Some photographic memory, she couldn't even keep that a secret for an hour. Tasia bought Elsa's mouse back for her, which was really nice, and they got Cameron popcorn. When Elsa bought the meal for two, she thought it was going to be for her and Marcus, but Big Brother told her that she had to pick somebody that she'd nominated, and she chose Richard, right? Interesting that she can cut her food all of a sudden. I didn't even realise it, but I went on live after Big Brother last night, and somebody says, "How is Elsa cutting her food?" She got Marcus to cut her food for her, and she says that her mum cuts it up. She looked as if she was doing a fine job to me. In the past, people have left comments saying that they think that Elsa acts stupid because she fancies Marcus and she's trying to get him to fancy her. And there is women out there who act dumb to attract men, because there's some men that are attracted to women that act like kids. In the video call, Tasia's mum says that she can't trust Caroline, she's jealous of her, and that she's not a friend. So Caroline, who's been saying, "I don't care what anybody thinks," is upset all of a sudden. And she says Jenny made it worse because she said that's two mums that said that about you now. And she also says about her bullying Richard, and she says she's adding fuel to the fire. There wouldn't be a fire if she didn't fucking slag Richard all the time. I did feel sorry for her when she was looking for her dog picture, but that's about it. When she was in bed at the end crying, I was like, "Oh, fuck off, Caroline, fuck off." She can go, Sam can go, Nancy can go, and Tate can go. Let me know what you thought of last night's episode, and I'll see you again tonight. Bye!